Hey, what's going on, you? Thank you so much for tuning into A Connection TV, the network. I'm Wesley, and before this video gets started, I need you to just hit that subscribe button. I need you to like this video on Facebook and Twitter, and I need you to click that thumbs up button. Now, let's get started with the video. Peace.
That's what the fuck we talk about, how to learn Get the mic, it's the last. I need Jordan too. Get the mic, it's the last. Get the mic, it's the last. Got some out, fucking out. Like, you know, now.
That's the thing that people don't understand. Like, people try to put me with the group that's, like, I guess, tortured Janelle. Like, I never touched Janelle's stuff. I never put my hands towards her. I never messed up her room. I never tricked her. I never called her ugly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I never did any of that stuff. Like, I'm a person, I'm not going to say that someone's ugly if they're not. Like, I've never been a hater. That's just not a good trait to have.
Okay, so let me ask you, do you think that y'all bullied Janelle?
I'm not going to say y'all, because, like, I'm not included in that. I'm not a bully by any means, way, shape, or form.
Come on now, we got to keep it 100 now. We got to keep it 100.
Keep it 100. I did not bully Janelle.
Are you sure? What's going on with you and Jordan?
Not a damn thing.
Baby, you was feeling you some light-skinned Jordan in Miami. You was feeling him, boy. He was playing them strings. So you haven't heard from him at all? Mm-hmm. And you got turned up. The turn up is real. The turn up is real. You got turned up. So Janelle leaves, and we get Benzie Lohan in the house. Benzie Lohan, come on now with the face now. Benzie Lohan brings her ass in the house.
And like, let's just put one thing like out there. I don't hate anybody. That is an emotion that takes way too much time, and it actually traps you more than it traps the other person. Hate is something that I'm not familiar with. I didn't hate Andrea. I just felt like
y'all face to face, and you take your motherfucking socks off. You take your socks off, good. So your ass can get a grip.
Like this.
Yes. Yes, you gotta get a grip on the floor. Did you see the episode where Benzie was talking to Andrea about helping you with the fight?
Mm-hmm. I saw.
How did you feel about that?
It's funny because they actually asked me that at the reunion as well.
Some more, I'm back, bitch, come test me. Y'all wanna hate, that's so ugly. Can't relate, that ain't my fault. What y'all have on last year, I bought. Competition, y'all just wishing to give my opinion, that's my mission. My first album topped the charts. Girl, be quiet so the show can start. M to the O to the N, say what? Side to the Mo to the knee, I'm her. I'm back. Bitch, Mona. Some more, Mona. Some more. M to the O to the N, say what? Side to the Mo to the knee, I'm her. Why?
What's going on, world? I'm Wesley from A Connection TV, the network, and you are tuning in to another BGC 11 exclusive. I'm here with none other than Miss Shanae from BGC 11. What's going on, girl?
Hey, how are you?
I'm awesome. I'm great, and it's nice to finally get you back on screen. Your interview is the most viewed interview of BGC 11 with over 70,000 views. A beautiful thing. So it seems interesting that a lot of people found you interesting enough to sit through the video and watch the video over the other girls. So how do you feel after everything is all said and done with BGC 11? How are you in like your world compared to the BGC world?
Honestly, I'm not that different. I'm still turn up, man. I'm still hella emotional. Yes, I am. I still smile, I still have fun, and I'm still really unfazed about what people think. So now I'm just changed.
Okay, well that's good. That's real good. So we gonna piggyback on where we left off with the first interview, and we're gonna start with you walking into the house with Miss Janelle, Miss Brazilian, 30 inches and some more weave, but Janelle. How looking back at it now, and how you walked in the house, how do you think your mind should have been walking into that house with Miss Janelle?
Honestly, I feel like my mind should have been more of on a level like, let me feel out all the girls individually. Like, I think my biggest thing was I felt out the, I guess the wolf pack. I felt them out like as a collective more so, like as a group. And I kind of like their vibe as a group, but sometimes there are certain individuals in the group that you don't really mesh with, but you don't know because you're so just attracted to the group atmosphere. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I feel like if I could do it over, I would have more so tried to have more one-on-one conversations with some of the girls so that I could have figured out more so of who they are. Because I feel like I didn't really get a real grasp on who some of the girls were until it was too late.
Okay. Do you think that the hype of Bad Girls Club played a part in your decision making with dealing with the girls? Like, were you just overly excited with being on the Bad Girls Club, or what do you think it was?
I think I was just a little overwhelmed and probably overly excited about the whole situation at hand. Okay. Like I said, like when you're in that situation, it's just different, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I just honestly was just overly excited, and the girls really did, their arms were way more open to me than to Janelle. So I was just more prone to really just hang out with them. They were just really cool at the end of the day. And I never really had a problem with Janelle, so I don't really know where that came from.
Okay, well, yeah, let's talk about that. Because it really seemed like all of the clips that we saw on TV made it seem like you were really out for Janelle. Like, you didn't like her, you didn't like her vibe. Y'all came in the house together, y'all were roommates, and then some of the things that she did, you just did not really care for. So it made it seem like you were just writing her off and didn't want to deal with her. Can you explain how it was for you two in the house?
Well, see, I want to start here by saying there's been this misconception that when girls come into the house together, that they're automatically best friends. Let's just nip this in the bud. Me and Janelle met an hour before we walked into the house together. We were not bound by any sistership or partnership or blood oath or Girl Scout oath or none of that. Me and Janelle had just met. We were not besties. We were not buddy friend. We were not none of that. Okay? At the end of the day, I was there to get to know everyone. You know what I mean? And I got to know the girls as much as I chose to. And from what I got to know about Janelle, I just wasn't feeling it. Like, I don't really have... She calls herself bougie all the time, and that's not a bad thing. I'm not knocking the bougie girls. Hey, big ups. But I don't really have bougie friends. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not the type of vibe that I surround myself with. So it was that, and then no disrespect to Janelle, but her voice is not the most like easy on the ears because she kind of has like a whiny tone to it. Like I said, no disrespect, no shade, but you can hear it when she talks. Like it's kind of like an kind of that situation. So it's just really different. So I just honestly, like, I don't feel like I needed to, like, for everyone to be like, oh, you backstab Janelle. Like, I want someone to play a clip back of when I ever said me and Janelle were actually friends. That never came out of my mouth. I never said that me and Janelle were friends or that me and her were buddies. That never came out of my mouth, not once. I never said that we were, you know what I'm saying, like, bonds. That never came out of my mouth. So my main thing was that I just didn't, she just didn't give me off the energy that is like, oh yeah, this is this bitch, like, this is my bitch right here. Like, no, like that just wasn't the energy that I got from her. It was real plain and simple.
Okay. What do you think made it like the worst for you in dealing with Janelle? Was it her and her cleaning habits, or the space that she wanted in the dresser drawers? Was it her and her attitude towards the waiter at the restaurant? Like, what do you think? The issue?
A part of it did have to do with the waiter in the restaurant, only because, like I said, I just like, if you worked at a restaurant before, you know that the order that the food comes out doesn't really have anything to do with the waiter. It has to do with the cooks. The cooks get the orders all together. Like, when you put an order together for a table, they get all the table's order all at the same time. So when the food came out and her plate wasn't ready, I don't think that she should have looked at the waiter like, ugh. Like, it's not the waiter's fault. The cook is probably still cooking it, or it wasn't ready yet. He probably didn't want our food to get cold while he was waiting for yours. Like, I've been in those different types of situations. And I hate when people get attitudes, but that's just the way people are. I feel like for people who work in the food business and are working their way up, they know not to be that type of person. You know what I'm saying? Unless the service is just overall bad and you have hair in your soda and you got toenail clippings in your food, I don't feel like you should ever really be like stank with your waiter, because at the end of the day, your food hadn't come out yet. So he could have added some extra ingredients while you were giving him that little attitude.
Right, right.
I feel like you should always be nice to the person who's handling your food. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Because people doing stuff to your food in the food business, that's real life. That's not rumors. People really do that.
Okay. Did you ever have any like cool, calm, collective conversations with her on the side, like, you know,
that's the thing that people don't understand. Like, people try to put me with the group that's like, I guess, tortured Janelle. Like, I never touched Janelle's stuff. I never put my hands towards her. I never messed up her room. I never tricked her. I never called her ugly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I never did any of that stuff. Like, I'm a person, I'm not going to say that someone's ugly if they're not. Like, I've never been a hater. That's just not a good trait to have. I'm attracted to women so I can appreciate a pretty one. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It was just like, sorry. It was just like, me and her would have our conversations, but it was just like her vibe is just not something that I'm used to. You know what I mean? Like, she calls herself a Barbie, and she's looking for her Ken dolls and all this other stuff, and that's cool. Like, I'm not knocking it. Barbie army to the fullest. That's just wasn't, like, that's just not me. Like, I don't call myself a Barbie. Like, I don't call you know what I mean? Like, that's just not my thing. And she always claimed that she was there to turn up and have a good time, but I never really saw that. You know what I mean? Like, I never really saw that.
Okay. So, do you think that Jasmine reacted in the right manner toward Janelle when Janelle was doing the hair flipping thing and was hitting her with the weave, and she was like, it's 30 inches, and Jasmine was like, can you move to the side or whatever, and Janelle was like, no, you move. Do you think that Jasmine handled that the right way?
I feel like she handled it better than most girls, because let's just keep it 100. Like, I have long hair, you know what I'm saying? A lot of girls wear long weave. It's beautiful, it's luxurious, yes. But I've been in the club before, and bitches trying to look cute, and they swinging me with their hair, and it can be a little irritating, because it's like, and that's just in the club. And in the club, you can kind of expect it, because you're shoulder to shoulder. So if I'm at the house and I'm getting next to you, you constantly flipping me with your shit, I'm going to say something. And then if you are smart about the situation, a lot of other people, like, they would have been like, bitch, what you think this is? This your first love affair? But Jazz didn't do all that. Jazz didn't take off on her. So I felt like she handled it well. She just let her know, like, I'm not trying to get hit with your hair all the time. It's 30 inches. So if you're 30 inches in the way, it's going to happen. That's rude. That's just rude, regardless of who it's coming from, what direction, what tone. That's rude. Oh, my hair is 30 inches, so you should probably stand 30 inches back. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be real. Like, that's some real irate bougie shit.
Okay. So let me ask you, do you think that y'all bullied Janelle?
I'm not gonna say y'all, because like I'm not included in that. I'm not a bully by any means, way, shape, or form.
Come on now. We gotta keep it 100 now. We gotta keep it 100.
I did not bully Janelle.
Are you sure?
Positive. If Janelle tells you I did, she's a liar. I did not bully Janelle.
So you don't think that you was a part of the Wolfpack and y'all was like Janelle, like you don't.
I would definitely say that I hung with the Wolfpack, and I felt like me and the Wolfpack had a bond, and I definitely felt where they were coming from with the whole situation of Janelle's this, like she didn't have to hit Gigi from the back, that was a punk move, and Janelle's like, I don't know, like she does have like this deer in the headlights there when you're talking to her, like, and she'll just kind of just blink at you, like she'll know what's going on, and like little stuff like that. As far as like her going home, it was just honestly, it was just so irritating to always hear about people saying, Janelle wants to go home, Janelle needs to go home, Janelle needs to go home. I was like, oh my God, then just make her go home then, like shut the hell up. Like, but I was never a part of the situation of her getting jumped. I never put my hands on Janelle, not once. You can play the clips and put them in slow motion. I was in there trying to hold Gigi back. I tried to hold Teresa back. I tried to hold Jazz back. And what y'all didn't see, what they didn't play, is the hell that I got from all of the girls for trying to hold them back. That's what y'all didn't see.
Really?
I got hell. It was like, next time, just let it rock, because we only did like 10 seconds to fight anyway, and then security gonna break it up. I was like, well, excuse the hell out of me. I'm just trying to look out for everybody, but you good. I'll let y'all do y'all madness next time. That's what people don't understand. So I'm like, don't call me no bully when I was in there trying to stand up for what I believe. I was trying to hold everybody back. Because that nonsense, like, that night I felt like was just completely blown out of proportion. Everybody was drunk. Everybody always want to do something when they got liquor courage. And I just wasn't for it. So I was trying to hold everybody back. I was trying to make sure there was peace in the house. I did not pack her stuff up in garbage bags. I did not put it outside. I did not throw her stuff out. I didn't do any of that. Shanae did not bully Janelle. Period.
Okay. So do you feel that Gigi, Jasmine, Teresa, and Tiana, do you feel that they had a valid reason for disliking Janelle?
I can't speak on, everybody's reasons, because everybody has their own reason as to why they do what they do. And I'm sure in their head it makes sense. And if at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Like in my head, if I feel like I'm doing something and it's right, and I have a right to feel this way, then if anybody else agrees with me or not, it's irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to say that it was valid, but clearly they felt like it was. But at the end of the day, it's a bad girl's house. You know what I'm saying? So like, of course they're going, if you don't like somebody, of course you're going to try to take it to the ultimate level on some type shit like, oh, we got to get you out the house, bitch, you got to go. Because it's a TV show. That's what y'all want to see. So that's what y'all going to get.
Okay. All right. I respect that. Do you, how did you feel when Teresa had to leave? Did you ever have any close conversations with Teresa?
Yes, I loved Teresa. I love Teresa. Teresa was amazing. Me and Teresa would actually sit out by the jacuzzi a lot, and we would smoke and talk, and she was just an easy person to talk to. She was very sweet, very understanding. She's down as hell. Oh my God, Teresa's like so down for her team, like so down. And I was really, really, really sad when she left. And I feel like a lot of the things that happened, like, regarding me in the house, might not have happened if Teresa was there. Because Teresa was, like, really cool. Like, she was really cool and really understanding. And she has a very, very big heart. So.
Okay. Looking back at the tape, it was, before I actually saw the physical fight between Gigi and Janelle, I saw it as to where Janelle, like, really sucker punched Gigi. Mm-hmm. But then when you see the episode, you see Gigi in her face, and before Gigi turns around, Janelle is up, approaching Gigi. Mm-hmm. Looking at everything, do you still think that Janelle did a sucker move?
I feel like she kind of did, honestly, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I felt like Janelle stood up, she made it clear she was about to, like, she was ready to do something. But at the end of the day, regardless if Gigi was taking off her earrings or not, she still chose to do it when she turned around. Period.
Okay.
Because if if Gigi was taking off her earrings and you knew that's what she was doing, as soon as she took them earrings off and turned back around, then you could have popped her. You see what I'm saying? You could have still had the same effect, but she could have been facing you. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you still waited till she turned around.
Okay, all right, I can respect that. What's going on with you and Jordan?
Not a damn thing.
Baby, you was feeling you some light-skinned Jordan in Miami. You was feeling him, boy. He was playing them strings. So y'all haven't heard from him at all?
No, me and Jordan don't talk. I don't really see a reason for us to. That was just honestly like a one-night thing. And I'm a person that get bored really easily, and I got bored with that very fast. No disrespect or no shade to Jordan at all, but it just wasn't for me.
Girl, come on now, because you was wanting him to kiss you, and when y'all was on that yacht doing that little yacht thing, y'all was talking about the relationship or whatever, and y'all was staring at each other's face, and then all of a sudden the kiss came. You ain't feel no Jordan magic from that kiss?
Not exactly. Like every time that me and Jordan were together, I was beyond drunk. Like one thing that people don't know about me is that when I'm slithered, then I'm at the point where like I'm slurring my words and all that stuff. But I can be drunk and still be coherent. I can still hold myself together. So I'll be drunk as shit, but you won't know. You can't tell because I do this. So every time that I was with Jordan, oh my God, there was so much liquor in my system. So much liquor in my system. But I promise you, believe me when I say, there's nothing there.
So you can't see yourself in a relationship with Jordan?
No, not in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, all right. Okay. So Teresa leaves and Andrea gets in the house. Mm-hmm. And what is your thoughts of Andrea when she arrives?
At first, I thought, well, the very first thought, I was like, damn, this bitch is tall. Like, she is like 6'4" right now. Like, whoa, what the fuck we got going on? But, after that, I was like, whew, because like 10 minutes after we met, she was so faded. Like, she was so drunk. And Andrea, when she's drunk, like faded, oh my God. It is so much to deal with. Because, like, she rambles and talks and she don't even know what she's talking about. And then she be, like, jumping around and then she'll sit down and then she'll, like, want to eat, but then she'll want to drink some more. So I was like, yo, this bitch is, like, on one. Like, she's on level 10 right now. But, I just felt like she was definitely there for a reason. Because, like, you know, this season needs the girl who just gets completely slithered and it just becomes even more entertaining than when she's sober. But I think Andrea was the wild card this season.
Did you feel that it was, how can I put this, justified for her to be on Team Janelle versus getting to know you guys when she first came in the house?
I feel like where Andrea's heart was basically just like on a protector mode type situation. Because the very first night that Andrea was there, she sat in on the house meeting with Janelle.
Right. And
basically, you know, I can understand where she was coming from because it's my first night and everyone is basically just getting on to this one girl and saying this, that, and the third. So I definitely see where she was coming from where she was like, okay, well, I'm going to be your friend because you ain't got none. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it wasn't as if he didn't try to get to know us at all. Like, it was like her and Janelle for like, I'd say maybe like a week. Like, just her and Janelle going out every day, just them two being together, all that stuff. And then I guess she kind of started to get a little blown from like Janelle's conversation and stuff and decided to try to get to know a lot of other people in the house. But at first, I honestly just thought she was just trying to be there for someone that she felt like had no one.
Okay.
Which is very admirable.
Right, yeah, okay. So, I gathered that too, because the demeanor in the house just really seemed like, okay, we're not really here for Janelle. And it seemed like every time we saw y'all that it was a complete isolation between the two. So for her to come into that, it looked clear to us as viewers that there was an obvious divide. Let me ask you about the pranks between the Wolfpack, and Janelle and Andrea. Why do you think that started? Let me go there. Why do you think that started?
It started because of Andrea. Honestly, let's just keep it 100. We were not on that prank stuff until Andrea got there. She decided to spice things up with the milk and the orange juice and the hot sauce.
Okay.
As soon as she opened that can of worms, it went completely ham. And so when she did that to our hot sauce, or whatever, to our orange juice and milk, she put the hot sauce in there. Jazz went upstairs and spit in her shampoo and her conditioner. And then I went upstairs, because I was the only one who took like a big ass gulp of juice, because I was so thirsty. I was like, woo! So I was pissed. So I went upstairs and I put Crisco in some of Andrea's body wash. Not too much, just a little bit or whatever. And then they put dirt in our makeup. But every time that Andrea and Janelle did something, it was all Andrea's idea. So Andrea was like really the mastermind behind it all. Like she was just like, all right, we're gonna shake some shit up. But it was never really on that. Like it was never like, oh, we about to play pranks on each other. Like it never came to that until the hot sauce and the juice.
Okay, did you exchange words with Andrea? Because it seemed like Jazz Monet was the only one that exchanged words.
Jazz didn't give anybody else a chance to. Like I feel like Jazz, because this like we had all been awake for maybe an hour or so. And I feel like Jazz woke up that day on 10. Like, we were outside about to smoke, whatever. And I'm like, I take a big gulp, and I'm like, maybe I'm tripping. But I feel like something's in the juice. So I was like, Jazz, take the juice. Before she could even get it out, she was like, there's hot sauce. Oh my God! In the juice! I was like, oh my God. She was like, you put the hot sauce in the juice? Oh, really? Okay. And before I could even, I was like, Jazz, wait. Tomato juice editor. I was like, oh my God. I wasn't ready. And while she's doing that, she's like tying up her hair and stuff. The reason you don't see me is because I'm on the phone with my mom. I'm like, Mom, she put hot sauce in the juice. I need to know what I should do back. My mom was the one who gave me the idea about the Crisco and body wash. I was like, okay, I'm going to put the Crisco and body wash or whatever. So that's why you didn't see me go to Andrea, because I was on the phone with my mom trying to get some tricks. She told me to do some other stuff too, but the other stuff was like against the rules. We never ended up doing it.
Right.
But Jazz just completely was like, oh, nah, it's a wrap. Like, she was ready to fight. She had her hair wrapped. Like, it was a wrap.
When did you end up finding out about the dirt in the makeup? Did you know in the house when that happened, or when did you find out?
I didn't know. I don't think any of us knew until we watched it on TV. Oh, we're still using our makeup and still breaking out. We was just like, yo, I gotta give it to him on that one. That was real cute.
Yeah.
We all like, yo, is it the water? Like, what is going on? Like, you see these bumps on our faces? Like, Stephanie was like, yo, like, these bumps though? Like, yo, Steph, I know. Like, what is it? We could not figure it out.
So after all of the pranks, Jasmine then approaches Andrea. She's like, I want to fight you. Come on out. I want to fight you, blah, blah, blah. Janelle and Andrea leave the house. They come back. When they come back, the Wolfpack is rolling deep, sitting in the living room, waiting for these two girls to come back. You in there with the fatigue pants, got the combat boots on, ready to go at it. What was going through your head in that particular moment?
Honestly, in that particular moment, we were all just like, she's going to come home and she's going to see her room and she's going to want to fight everybody. Now, like I said, I'm not into jumping. But if she was ready to fight me, I was going to fight Andrea. I never wanted to. I never wanted to. But if someone wants to fight me, then we can get it in. Like, we can get it in. So I felt like she was going to come home and just have it out for everyone. And I was just honestly preparing myself. But everybody was like, yo, she won't come in here. She won't try to swim. Like I said, Andrea's like 6 feet tall without heels. So I was like, yo, she won't come in here and Donkey Kong bitches. we're gonna have to be ready, now we're gonna have to be ready. So we was all just like, alright, we just gonna sit here and wait. We was playing drinking games and all this other stuff. And they just came home and saw that mess and went right to sleep.
How were you feeling when they went to sleep?
Honestly, at first I was like, seriously? But then when I look back at it and I watch it on the TV, they handled it extremely well. Because at the end of the day, they didn't give us the reaction that we were looking for.
Okay. So explain what happened with you and your friends. You had some very good looking friends come over the house. Some guys come over the house and y'all played King's Cup. And you got turned up. The turn up is real. The turn up is real. You got turned up. And then you was popping off on the phone and carrying on. What was going on in that moment for you?
Honestly, in that moment, I was just really excited about what was happening in my life. So I felt like calling my friends and just turning up with them. Like everybody who really knows me knows I was not phone thugging. Like I honestly was just excited as shit. Like that's honestly what it is. Like it's funny how people can chit-chat like your phone conversations to make it look a certain way. Because I definitely was not on the phone trying to put everybody else down, like, oh, I'm the only one who does this, and I'm the only one that does that. Of course, that's all y'all gonna see. I was talking to, I lived with I lived with 3 other girls. So I was on the phone with all of my roommates, and I was like, oh my God, I miss y'all, like, what are y'all doing? I need to come down here, there was a whole conversation that led into the turn up is real. Like, you don't even get to hear what they're saying. Like, they turned up with it. Like, they're like, turn up. Like, we just on the phone like, oh my God.
They made it look like you was bugging out. Like, you was just like, just crazy.
Look, ain't nobody bugging out or excited over something that I do on a regular. Chilling with dudes and having drinking games, that's nothing new to me. I was just excited. At that point in time, I was enjoying myself in the house. I was like, oh my God, like everything's going so well. Like, I feel like this is going to like lead for other opportunities. Like, honestly, this was all going, because when I get drunk, I just be thinking. So I'm like, yes, oh my God, like this, I just feel so blessed. And I was like, I got to call my bitch. So I called my best friend. I'm like, turn up. And she was like, you are stupid. And we just talked, like, I was on the phone for like an hour. But of course, I only see 5 seconds of it, and it makes me seem like I'm trying to call the other girls out as if they can't do what I do.
Right. Okay. So did the girls get at you crazy for falling asleep on them?
No, and that's the funny thing, because everybody had something to say in interviews and confessionals, but no one told me that they were upset.
Oh, really?
One person. Now, one person came to me and was like, yo, Nay, like, honestly, not even on some friend type shit, like, no one came to me and was like, yo, Nay, like, honestly, if you're not going to be able to hold your liquor, you know what I'm saying, like, then maybe you should slow down, or Nay, honestly, like, you leaving us with your company, that wasn't a good look, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm not trying to beef with you, I'm just trying to be real with you as a friend. Not one person came to me like that, not one. And I even woke up the next morning and I was like, y'all, I am so embarrassed. Like, I am so embarrassed. Like, I fell asleep on my company. I passed out. Like, Brahim slapped Tiana's ass. I felt so bad. Like, I went to Tiana that night, actually, because I heard her screaming at Brahim. And they didn't even show this either, which is so funny. But when I heard Tiana screaming, I got back up and I was like, what's going on? And they was like, "Nate, just go back to sleep. Just go back to sleep." Everybody kept telling me to go back to sleep. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I wake up the next day and I'm like, yo, I'm so embarrassed. Like, I got so drunk. Like, I didn't even see it coming. Because we were drinking like flavored vodka, and it usually doesn't really get me like that, but we was drinking. I was like, oh my God, like, I'm so embarrassed. I feel so sorry. I was like, what happened with Tiana? With Tiana, with TT, I'm so sorry. We will never invite him again. Like, like, I really told everyone how sorry I was, how embarrassed I was, and no one was like, it's cool, man, but, you know, next time, just this and nothing. They gave me nothing.
Okay. Let me ask you, do you think that it was kind of corny how, well, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Tiana woke up the girls, Andrea and Janelle, to come chill with y'all. You don't think that was kind of corny or fake?
I don't think corny, because the way that originally happened was that we dared one of the dudes to go in there and wake them up. well, wake Janelle up at least. So when he went in there and woke Janelle up and gave her a kiss and a hug or whatever, we was just like, he had already like had her in his arms, so he was like, come on and bring her ass out here. Come on, go ahead and bring her ass out here. We ain't gonna wake her up and just make her go back to sleep. And so, come on, you claim you turned up. Come on, let's go drink. And Stephanie was like, well, let's go drink too. Because then it was kind of shady, like, okay, so we're just gonna have Andrea in the room by herself. So that's what I'm trying to make a point of, is that we were not really that malicious and that mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that was the case, we would have been like, yo, I dare you to go in there and fart in her face or something. Like, we dared him to go over there and kiss her and hug her. Like, it wasn't like, it was never that, like, oh, fuck Janelle, like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't, like, don't make it seem like it was really that bad every single day. Like, we had our moments where everything was cool and copacetic.
Okay. All right. I could vibe with that. So, the day when Jasmine and Tiana decide to pack up Janelle's stuff and send her packing, what was going through your head when all this was happening?
I wasn't there. And I've actually gotten this question a lot, but I wasn't in the house when all of this took place. That's why you never see me in that clip. I was out running errands. When they packed her stuff up early in the morning, I was asleep. They literally did that at like, I think 9 o'clock in the morning. And I was asleep, because we usually don't go to sleep till 3 or 4 in the morning anyway. So I was still asleep. Then when I woke up, I went straight to the makeup room or whatever. And, you know, I'm getting ready. And I came downstairs and I noticed that Andrea and Janelle weren't there. But I just thought it was because they went to the beach together like they always did. So I went and I ran my errands or whatever. And when I came back, I just felt like a different atmosphere. Because you see it, like when I come in the house and Janelle's on the computer, I'm like, I mean, not Janelle, Jack's on the computer. And I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, oh, she's gone. I was like, who's gone? And she was like, Janelle. I was like, what happened? What's going on? And they're like, well, we packed her stuff up this morning, and then she tried to come back, and then this, I was like, I was sitting there like, whoa. Like, I even went to the confessional. I was like, I'm so mad I missed it. So mad. I went to the confessional like, this is some bullshit. I'm so mad. But I was not there. I didn't see any of that. Like, I did not witness not one thing that happened that day.
Okay. How do you feel about it, looking back at it? How do you feel about the two girls going?
I felt like it was a little wrong, only because we had made an agreement when all the originals came into the house, they had made an agreement that no matter what the beef is, we're not going to touch each other's stuff. So when me and Janelle came in the house, they let us know in that agreement. I was like, y'all, like, I understand I may not have the nicest stuff in the world, but a bitch like me been working since I was 14. I work very hard for everything I have. It doesn't come easy. Like, we are not touching each other's stuff. And they were like, oh yeah, girl, no, we don't do that. So for me to watch them put all of Janelle's stuff and put it outside, I'm just looking like, really, y'all? Like, for real? Because I feel like that's what, like, besides getting spit on, like, in your face, I feel like touching someone's personal belongings and putting them in trash bags and then putting them outside is, like, the biggest form of disrespect. Like, don't do that. Don't do it.
Okay.
So I felt like it was really wrong, especially since we had already made, like, an agreement in the house that we weren't going to do that.
Okay. Explain your crush for Tiana. It seems like you already said that you're an emotional person, and it seems like when someone attempts to touch your heart or possibly touches your heart, that it breaks down all your walls and you like, and then you ready to go, let's turn up, let's have a good time. Explain how you was feeling for Tiana.
Tiana reminds me a lot of my sister that lives in New York. And in that way, what I mean is that she's very funny, she's very outgoing, and she has no inhibitions, and she likes to have fun, she speaks her mind. Like, there's just, her demeanor, her swag reminded me a lot of my sister. And, like, at first, when I was attracted to T, it was probably the first 2 weeks I was there that whole situation occurred where I was like really attracted to her and like, you know what I mean, blah, blah, blah. But it was probably like our first 2 weeks, and after T let me know, like, you know what I'm saying, like, it would just be on some sexual type shit and all this other stuff. Like, I'm not really like into it because this stuff with Ronnie. I didn't know that she was feeling Gigi either. I didn't know that until I watched that with the rest of the world. They kept that very secret. But when I let her know whatever, and she was just like, you know, I feel like we should just keep it on a friendship basis, it wasn't the end of the world to me. Like, I don't really understand why they made it seem like I was so hurt by it, because we moved past it. Like, we was good, we were still friends, we were still joking, playing around, like, having our inside jokes. That's why it killed me when I'm watching the show, when she's talking to Jazz, she's like, yo, fuck me, all this other stuff, because it was never that. Like, it was never that. Like, even when, and y'all even, and it's so funny because editing will kill the truth. Like, editing will really hide the truth. Because the day after that video, when Jazz came to me and said something, and then Steph came to me and said something, and everybody was downstairs talking about me, Tiana came upstairs and was like, yo, Nay, like, I don't know, like, everybody is beefing with you right now. She was like, and it kills me because I really like you, Nay. She was like, I really like you. Like, I fuck with you. Like, you remind me so much of me. Like, I really like you. But, like, my man feels some type of way. And when she said that, she was talking about Jazz, like, because Jazz is her best friend. She was basically like, my best friend feels some type of way. Like, at the end of the day, this is my day one. Like, this is my man's right here. So I feel like I got to back her up. This is where loyalty comes into play. And I was like, you know, at the end of the day, T, you got to do what's best for you. I was like, as long as you ain't trying to jump in on, like, the beef and shit, if you're not trying to hop on a bandwagon, we good. But at the end of the day, I got to be me, like, regardless if anybody don't like it or not. Like, honestly, like, our conversation was really heartfelt. It was really cool. So then for it to go to that, to the end of the night, and you kind of partaking and jumping me, like, it was just...
So explain why why did Jazz Monet have issues with you? What happened?
I honestly have no idea. Like, me and Jazz don't have an issue anymore. Like, it's all good. Like, I wish her much success in everything that she's doing. But me and her never really have had a talk about what her issue was with me. When we tried to discuss it at the reunion, which you will see, it was basically on some stuff like she just felt like I wasn't being the real me. And I don't understand how people can make that assumption when they're not even trying to get to know the real me. So
or when they don't know you.
Exactly.
You know, I'll be watching this shit and I'll be just like, I'm confused. I just don't understand, like, why do the girls even care? Because, truth be told, y'all don't know any of each other. Like, y'all don't know each other at all. So it'll be pissing me off, and I'll be looking at these girls like, I'm like, how old is these girls? Like, what the hell? Like, it just be confusing me sometimes. So it's still shocking to me that Jazz Monet didn't have a real reason not to...
I'm not saying that there was a real reason, but I never really got one. And I mean, at this point, it doesn't really, at the end of the day, it doesn't really bother me. Like, I don't really care about it anymore. But she did say that, you know, she apologized and the producers did, like, she said the producers had her on edge. Because they do that. They do put little bugs in your ears and try to make small situations big situations. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I don't really know what her specific problem was with me, but, I mean, it happens. Like,
okay. So Janelle leaves, and we get Benzie Lohan in the house. Benzie Lohan, come on now with the face now. Benzie Lohan brings her ass in the house.
Like this video. Like this video. Like this video. No.
Click that thumbs button right deep. Click that thumbs button right deep. Click that thumbs button right deep. I don't know what the fuck is that, but click it. I don't know what the fuck is that, but click it.
Like this video.
Click that thumbs button right deep. And you know, everybody it seems like everybody is giving her, you know, showing her a little love. How you doing? Welcome in. Blah, blah, blah. What was your feeling towards a new girl coming into the house?
This is, okay, I'm going to keep it a completely 100% right now. And if people don't believe it, I do not care. I had no problem with Benzie. Not one problem. Like, that's the thing I don't understand. Like, when me and Benzie were in the house together, I didn't have a problem with Benzie. Like, her first day she came in, you know, we took shots. She was telling us about herself, where she's from, you know, her family and her hood, and you know what I'm saying, like what she does, the modeling thing, all this other stuff. You know, we trying to get to know her, blah blah blah. And then a couple, I guess like a day or two goes by, and she comes to me and she asks me like why I'm so sad or why I'm so down, and we're outside on the dock, and me and her are actually having like a private one-on-one conversation. And I actually tried to open up to Benzie a little bit. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm down because, you know, I really, really miss my family, and, you know, my great-grandmother, God bless her soul, she's still here. Thank you, Jesus. But, you know, at the time I was just really worried because, you know, she's getting older. And while I was at BGC, she actually, they were trying to see if she was strong enough for kind of like a dental situation, like a dental situation. They want to get all her teeth out and give her dentures. But my great-grandmother is at the age where pulling out her teeth might make her go into shock. You see what I'm saying? Right. So, like, we were trying to figure it out because she doesn't have many teeth, so it's like preventing her from eating. So she doesn't want to get her teeth pulled out. They don't think we should do it because she's too old, but she's not getting the right nutrition. She's not getting the right food. She's getting skinnier by the day. Like, I saw her for Thanksgiving. She's extremely skinny. Extremely skinny. So, I was just at BGC, and I was just stressing, and a part of me felt selfish for coming there and not being there for my great-grandmother, and my sister was going through it. My little sister, she was kind of going through it with some stuff in school, and it was just a lot. Like, I just felt like I wasn't where I was supposed to be, like where I needed to be. I felt like my family needed me. But my mom was never going to tell me the whole situation because she wanted me to see this thing through. She wanted me to finish the BGC experience. Okay. So I'm in all of this. I'm having a heart-to-heart. Like, this is why I've been down. I'm trying not to think about it, but it's literally all I think about. She's like, yeah, I can feel you on that because I think she said it was the dad. She was like, I have an older dad. Like, he's a little older than, like, he's older than, like, most people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's, like, in his 60s or 70s, I think she said. And, you know, he's kind of elderly, and I take care of him a lot. And I'm like, yeah, like, you feel me? So, I'm like, yeah, we have a heart-to-heart. She's like, yeah, I feel you, but, you know, just try to chill up a little bit. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to try, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then, all of a sudden, like, you don't want me there no more. I just didn't get it. I didn't get it. Like, for me to tell you.
So was that conversation before the alligator part or after the alligator part?
I believe that conversation happened. Might have been before. What happened at the alligator park?
The tarantula.
It's before.
Okay. Because, you know, I did an interview with Benzie, and I don't know if you saw that or heard about that interview.
I heard about it.
Okay. So I did an interview with her, and she, you know, she was tight. You know, she felt some sort of way in the interview. And she was explaining that on the ride to the alligator park, you was giving her attitude or making her believe that you had a problem with her. And then on the ride back from the alligator park, it was all sorts of weird and negative vibes. So she... No problem. So she, you know, made it seem like she had, like, there was an edge coming from you that she couldn't really figure out. So can you elaborate on that situation with the alligator park? Because I did an interview with Tiana, and Tiana was saying, or made it seem like the reason why you were mad in the car was because I guess y'all chose teams at the alligator park, and you wasn't on her team, and you was feeling salty about not being on her team or something like that. So can you?
Okay, let's just keep it 100. Didn't nobody care about the damn teams. Like, didn't nobody care about that. People really crack me up. Like, let me explain the Gator Park. First of all, did nobody have no attitude on the way there or the way back. I mean, on the way back, I didn't have an attitude. I was just tired. And I was drained, and I was ready to take a shower just like everybody else. But if I don't handle it like everybody else, who the hell cares? Like, I'm not there to be everybody else. I'm there to be me. So for her to be upset because of the way that I was acting, like, so what? Like, who cares? Why do you care so much? I didn't have no attitude at the attitude. Like, I'm the one who told the producers about the Gator Park.
Okay.
One who told them I wanted to go. I was like, let's organize something for the Gator Park. They were like, okay, we'll let you know within a few days, blah, blah, blah. I'm the one who did that, not anybody else, me. So why would I have an attitude about something that I wanted to go to? Like, that wasn't the case at all. And then the tarantula situation happened. Oh, it was a wrap. Now, I don't feel like I needed to explain this then because it just wasn't that big of a deal to me. But since clearly it's a big deal to everybody else, I'm going to explain why I freaked out as much as I did because of that tarantula situation.
Okay.
When I was younger, I was in, what state was that? I think it was Virginia. I was in Virginia. It's a very vague memory. But I was there with my dad and my dad's brother, his family and everything. And they had a house kind of like out in the country, grass and trees, all that other stuff. And we were all in the living room, and we were all playing. We were all having a good old time. And we all heard this loud-ass thump in the kitchen. Like a loud-ass thump. So we was like, what the hell? Like, everybody in the living room, what the hell is that? So we all looked around. My dad and my uncle and some of the other adults, they go in the kitchen to try to see what happened, and there's a big-ass tarantula on the floor. It fell from the ceiling, like the ceiling caved in, and the tarantula fell on the floor with all that debris. That's why it made so much noise. So I was like, like, I was freaking out. This is my first time seeing a tarantula in life. I don't even think I knew what a tarantula was. But that motherfucker was huge. And the thing that really got me is that it took so long to catch that motherfucker. Then when they caught it, and this is a fun fact for all you people out there that come across tarantulas, the only surefire to kill a tarantula is to burn it. But when you burn tarantulas, they make the most hideous noise.
Really?
Hideous. It sounds like a screeching, dying little girl. That's exactly what it sounds like. So I am terrified of spiders, tarantulas, insects. I don't like them. So when you put that motherfucker on that table, it brought back so many memories, okay? I did not snap that out as quickly as everybody else because I'm not like everybody else. And I don't need to be like everybody else. I don't need to snap that just because the situation is over. It may be over to you, but it's not over to me.
Okay.
I'm up there. So what? If everyone who watched that scene who knows me was like, yo, man, you actually handled it pretty well. Because the real man would have turned that damn table over and been like, no, that's not me. I couldn't raise all types of hell. But I was just over it. I was like, okay, we came to the Gator Park for gators. We got tarantulas. I'm over it. I'm ready to go home.
Okay. So, did you have a problem with Andrea at this particular point with the alligator park and at this time? Did you have a really, really big problem with Andrea? Because it seemed like when Janelle left, even I think it was kind of like before Janelle left, and when Andrea was kind of making her way to y'all's group, It seemed like you was just like, oh, this is some bullshit. This is fake. One day we hate her. One day we like her. I'm not about this life. Is that kind of what made you hate her, or did you hate her? Because
let's just put one thing like out there. I don't hate anybody. That is an emotion that takes way too much time, and it actually traps you more than it traps the other person. Hate is something that I'm not familiar with. I didn't hate Andrea. I just felt like she was, I don't know, she was just a lie. Like, honestly, like, Andrea was just a lie. Like, she drank so much, and I just don't. Just the thing what you know, I just didn't have people who acted so crazy when she was drunk. Okay. As the experience and as the time passed, Andrea was, you know, we chatted, we talked, you know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely wouldn't call us buddy, friend, but, you know, we talked a little bit, and then I really admired her because there was one night in particular where I had my friends over, and she was the only one who spoke. So the next day I came to her and I was like, I really appreciate you doing that. And then the next day, my friends came. My friends came to the club, and she was the only one who spoke to them then too. So, like, yo, Andrea's like a real bitch. Like, she's real. Like, she's real shit. Like,
so you never told the other girls like, oh, let's get Andrea out the house. I don't want her here no more. Why is Andrea here? You never had those kind of conversations?
I never tried to kick Andrea out the house.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about. What do I want to talk about next? Stephanie gets a little aggravated with you when y'all go to the club. Now, I'm at this point, everybody's fed up with you, or at least that's what it seemed like. Everybody's fed up with you. They make it seem in their post confessionals that they've had conversations with you. They don't understand what the problem is. You're moping around, you're not having a good time, so forth and so on. And then you only get excited when your friends are around, but when you're around them, you look really down and sad. And so y'all go to the club, y'all get in the limo, and Stephanie spazzes out. Okay? Stephanie spazzes out talking about you're irrelevant, blah, 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 blah. Y'all get to the house, y'all face to face, and you take your motherfucking socks off. You take your socks off, good. So your ass can get a grip.
Like this.
Yes, you gotta get a grip on the floor. What was going through your mind as Stephanie is, attacking you verbally? What is going through your head?
There was a few things going in my head. The first thing was like, I knew this was going to happen tonight. Because it's just the way that the day had gone prior. Like the energy that I'd been getting. And I was like, I just knew this was going to happen tonight. And then I'm also like laughing in my head because I'm like, yo, like, are you serious, Steph? Like, what? Like I did not want to fight Steph. Not because I'm scared. Stop it. Because Steph is 5 feet tall. No disrespect to the short girls, because short girls got hands too. But I'm 5'8". So my reach alone has Stephanie beat. Like, if I'm extending to my full extent, your arm isn't going to even touch me. So I'm just looking like, yo, Steph, like, you really though? Like, for real? Like, you really want to do this right now? And I just felt like me and Steph, like, we never had beef. Like, we never had a problem. All of a sudden, you're trying to get your 5 minutes just by fighting me. Like, I just didn't understand it. So we get in the house, and she's in my face, and she's like, I want to fight. Everybody's drunk except me. I didn't drink that night. So she's like, I want to fight. But you're not doing nothing. Like, I'm good. I will always say this to the day I die. I'm good. If you have the problem, and you want to fight, you show me what's up. Because at the end of the day, right now, I can go to sleep, and I can wake up, and I'll still be good. You're the one who's mad, not me. So you show me what's up. So the whole time she's like, I want to fight. I'm just laughing. Like, I'm just smiling because, like, I thought it was funny.
Oh, God. I was like, when is she going to pop off? When's she going to pop off?
Oh, dude, that to me is a wrap. And as soon as she gave me that little punk-ass push, that's all I needed.
Okay. How did you feel about Gigi jumping in?
I wasn't surprised. I wasn't.
And you know why I believe you with that, because I repped you so hard in my review with this episode, because them girls pissed me the fuck off, and I gave you props because I'm like, you wasn't stupid. Like, and the reason why I say that is because you peeped game from the start. Soon as they all came in the room, you're like, okay, I know what this is about to be. And then the two girls on the side, you kept an eye on them. And then Stephanie told them to leave the room. They left the room, and you still got the eye on them. Got the eye on them. Like, I know what this shit is. You're not trying that with me. So I gave you respect. I really do. I felt that if you would have had a one-up situation with her, you would have handled that fine. Not promoting violence, but I'm just saying I just don't like when someone is attacked and the person that's attacking that person feels that they're gonna just demolish them. Right. So it just would have been a grand situation if nobody had jumped in. So let me ask you, how did you feel about Andrea trying to help you with your fight? Like, did you talk to her afterward? Did you when were you able to exchange words?
Well, I didn't talk to anybody like after I got jumped. Like after that, they just got me out the house. But I talked to her a few weeks after filming. She reached out to me on Twitter and she told me that she left the house not too long after I did, and she just couldn't take it anymore because actually watching them jump someone was really, especially someone that they claim to be so cool with. She said it really opened her eyes, and she felt like she was going to be the next target. And she said she was really sorry for everything that happened to me. And she let me know that she tried to stick up for me, which meant a lot because that night I just didn't remember much, and I couldn't see much because my head was down. But I do remember hearing someone say, "Get the off of her," and I didn't know who it was. I thought it was like production or Lisa or somebody like, yeah, you know what I mean? So when I found out that it was her, it meant everything to me because we weren't really cool or friends or speaking really. Like we spoke or whatever, but the last few days that I was in the house, no one was really talking to me. So for her to stand up for what's right, regardless if you like the person or not, I feel like that says a lot about a person's character. So I was very, very appreciative.
Okay. After like when you decided to leave the house and you're walking out the house, you can hear Gigi yelling at the top of her lungs, and you can see, the animosity in Steph. Like, what were you thinking about each girl at that moment? And I'm going to see Steph, Gigi, Tiana, and Jazz. As you're leaving, what were your thoughts?
Punk ass bitches. Like the fake of the fake, like the cream of the crap, like. That's honestly what I'm thinking. I was like, yo, these bitches are so fake, like so fake. And what was funny is that when I came down with my bags, Tiana was like sad. Well, not sad, but she was like shocked about it. Like she was like, yo, that's her luggage. Like she not going to a hotel for the night, she leaving. So then you see me coming down the stairs. And she's like, yo, like, I feel like T wasn't expecting for me to leave, but I just was so over it. But as I'm walking out, I'm just like, yo, like, fuck all y'all can have this ratchet shit. Like, honestly.
Okay.
I can't do it no more.
Did you see the episode where Busy was talking to Andrea about helping you with the fight?
Mm-hmm, I saw.
How did you feel about that?
It's funny because they actually asked me that at the reunion as well. I feel like if you are going to get onto someone for doing the right thing, then, I mean, there it is. There it is. Like, at the end of the day, you may not like me. Like, you don't have to like a person. And you can fight one-on-one all day. But people don't understand, like, there are cases out here of people getting jumped. They get brain damage. They get concussions. They go into shock. Like, there's so many things that happens from people getting jumped. Like, at the end of the day, I know we're in a controlled environment, but not really. Not really. Because it took way too long for that fight to get broken up. We were fighting for a minute. Like, we were fighting for a minute. It's because of editing that it looks so cut up. But we were in there for a minute. And it took them a long time to get them girls off my hair. Like, their hair was, like, intertwined like, my hair was intertwined in their fingers. Like, baby grip. Like, they would not let go. So at the end of the day, if you get on a person because they're trying to stop that, what does that say about you?
Okay, and I just want to point out something as well, because it was said that it wasn't believed that you would have helped Andrea out in a situation if she was getting jumped. But as you're talking right now, I'm thinking about how you tried to help Janelle in her situation with not getting jumped. So I just wanted to make that clear, because you know a lot of people have opinions about y'all and don't really know too much.
Sure.
You know,
People don't have opinions to the day they die, but at the end of the day, I know who I am.
okay.
It's clear. It's on the show. Like what you see everybody doing, you don't really see me doing. Like I'm always chilling.
Do you feel that you were, and how can I say this? Do you feel that you were bipolar on the show?
No.
Like looking at it, do you feel that people could see that you were bipolar, or people would think that you were bipolar?
I'm not. I mean, I could definitely. Well, not really. I mean, honestly, I could definitely see how looking at the show you might think that, because
Right.
it's a show and they have to combine everything into such a little bit of time, a little bit of episodes. So, of course, one episode I'm going to look happy, one episode I'm going to look sad, but that's not how it was every day. As much as the girls try to make it seem like that, it wasn't like that every day. Like, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I believe that I'm a beautiful spirit, and I have a great spirit. Like, I feel like I enjoy laughter, and I love making other people laugh. But at the end of the day, I'm a human being. I'm made up of human emotions, and I'm not going to apologize just because I'm not afraid to show them.
Was there any one time that you felt that you came across too aggressive with the girls? Because a lot of the girls would always complain that you're popping off or getting snippy with the mouth. So was there one particular instance where you felt that you were just overly aggressive?
Not really. I don't feel like I was overly aggressive, because at the end of the day, I feel like popping off is like, bitch, you a bum ass bitch. I don't like you. Don't eat my motherfucking food. I didn't do none of that to the girls in that house because I felt like we were all friends. I never popped off. Wow, at the end of the day, I might have a little snappy attitude, I might have a little snappy mouth, but...
Okay. Before we get to the Twitter questions, how do you feel? Did you watch the episode with Haley getting jumped?
Yes, oh my God.
What was going through your head when you were watching that?
It was extremely and absolutely... It was just so brutal, and it was so hard to watch, and oh my God. It's like hard to talk about because it was just so brutal. Like,
did you understand the girls being mad about the throw up?
I mean, yes, because throw up stinks. Like,
okay.
Throw up is vile. Like, that is a very vile smell. But at the end of the day, like, fuck it. I'm just gonna say it. Throw up, spray paint, motherfucking hair in the sink. I don't care. There's never a reason to jump somebody. I don't care, throw up or not. It's never a reason to jump somebody. There's never, like, you can't ever justify that. Like, there's no justification for 5 people beating up on one girl. There's nothing to justify that. There's nothing that you can say to make it right.
Okay. Why didn't you want to dance at the video shoot? Going backward.
Let's just keep it 100, okay? I didn't want to dance at the video shoot. The reason I didn't want to dance at the video shoot is because video shoots is something that I do often. And I was in BGC because I was on vacation. I don't like doing video shoots. I don't. I've been doing video shoots since I was 18. I don't like them. They're 13 hours of just tedious business, just waiting around for you to shoot your scene. And then when you shoot your scene, and the video comes out, you get 2 seconds of camera time.
Okay.
The scene work at the end, the pay really usually isn't that great either. So I didn't want to do a video shoot for what? Like, the video shoot, like, no. Video shoots are very annoying, and they're long, and they're drawn out, and they're tedious, and it's for flashes of editing for 3 seconds. Like, I'm good.
I can understand that. So let's talk a little bit about this reunion. I know you can't say too much because it hasn't aired yet. But going to the reunion, like after we did your pre-interview, you were amped. And you had it in your mind that you wanted to see Benzie at the reunion. Like, that's how you made it seem to us watching it. When you finally get to the reunion, what is going through your mind? Because you had a pretty white dress on. I think you have on a white dress. And you was looking styling. All y'all was looking beautiful. You get to the reunion, what's going through your head?
I'm not sure, like, on the reunion stage or like...
Just the whole preparation with you getting to the reunion.
I'm just thinking, like, just be you, like you always been doing. If anybody wants to see you today, they can definitely do it, white dress and all. But I really went there to try to be a lady because my mom and my manager, my stylist, and everybody was like, you know, just everybody's going to be expecting you to want to come in sneakers and pop off because you were jumped. Everybody felt like I should try to present myself with a little bit of higher decency and I guess more class, which I can definitely understand. And I definitely tried. As soon as I walked out there, I mean, I can't say too much, but it was like as soon as I walked out there, everything was just like it was just like, oh bitch, like, oh, like just try to keep your composure, try to be a lady, because Benzie was just doing a lot from the moment I stepped on stage.
So I'm gonna ask you, do you think that Benzie snuck you?
Yes.
Okay. So I asked this, who did I ask this question? I know I asked Tiana, and I can't remember who else I asked, but they made it seem, Tiana said that she don't think that Benzie snuck you, and then a couple people said that they don't think that Benzie snuck you. So can you give us, without saying too much, can you give us how you feel about the situation? Like, was she like shoulder to shoulder to you? Did she get up and come to your face? Like,
I was on the couch with, if you're looking at the couch, it's me, Teresa, Janelle, Sarah. On the next couch in the middle, it's Andrea, Benzie, Tiana, Jazz.
Okay.
On the next couch, it's Gigi, Steph, and Haley. So I was on the couch, I was on the end of the couch, and then there was a space, and then there's Andrea and Benzie. Benzie hopped over Andrea and hopped over the arms of the couch to get to me. So I didn't really see her coming, especially since I was talking to Tanisha while she snuck me. And, I mean, if people say that she didn't snuck me, that's fine. There's people who say that I didn't get jumped, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, I'm going to say how I feel.
What else? How can you not motherfucking see, good, that, you know, that Shanae got jumped, good. You about to have Monica out here. You about to have Monica out here. Because ain't no way in fucking hell here. It's clear as day. It is clear as day.
It's clear as day. And that's why I said I'm not gonna speak on it too much. I'm just gonna let the world watch and I'm gonna let them decide. Because at the end of the day, everybody always wants to claim about how they're real and how they're this and how they're that. Let the record show Shanae never has a problem with fighting. That's not something that I'm not used to. That's not something I'm afraid to do at all in any way, shape, or form. But I would just fight me fair. Like, if you got a problem, we both got our heels on. We both looking cute. Be like, Shanae, what's up? Square up. Oh, word, that's where we at with it. What's good?
Are you gonna be on the first episode of the reunion?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe I'm going to be on all 3 parts of the reunion.
Okay, well that's good. That's good to know. Do you think that the girls harassed Janelle a little bit too much? Do you think that they was hating on her? Because as she walks out, you see her boobies, you know, she walking, then she sits down.
I told her when she sat down.
She look beautiful. And then when she sits down, she starts taking off her shoes. Now, do you think that the girls was on attack mode from the jump, or do you think that because she took off her shoes, that's when they...
I think it was kind of from jump, because even when she walked out, they was like, your legs are looking on point. Oh my, you actually cute today, okay? Like, they had already, you know what I'm saying? Like, she hadn't even sat down, and they were already trying to be funny. So I was like, really? And that's when she took her shoes off. Like, honestly, and I was with Janelle and Sarah and Andrea, whatever, earlier, like during the day or whatever, and we might have been talking about, you know, the people we was beefing with or whatever, but I didn't see, she didn't tell none of us she was going to do that. That girl came on that stage and sat right down and took them shoes off. I was looking like, that's real. Okay, let me sit back. I don't want to get in the way.
Okay. Do you think that you redeemed yourself on a reunion? After everything is all said and done, the BGC is over, you're on the reunion, do you feel that you redeemed yourself? And what I mean by redeemed, because I don't really think you did anything wrong on your season. Yeah, I don't think you did anything wrong, so I think redeem is the wrong word. I guess basically I'm trying to say that in turn with what happened between you and Benzie at the reunion, I guess.
I don't think so, because, and I can't say too much, but production on that bullshit. And you're gonna see exactly what I mean when you watch it. But production was on that bullshit. Production has been on that bullshit since day one. Definitely with the way that they edit the show, and definitely with the way that they made me look. I'm not mad about it, because I don't feel like I look wrong, but the whole like bipolar and emotional thing, like y'all did way too much, trying to make it seem like I fall in love with people every 2 seconds, like y'all did way too much. So for y'all to do that on the season, and then for y'all to pull what y'all pulled at the reunion, I just felt really disrespected and disgusted.
Do you think that you will do anything with them? Like, would you want to do a Bad Girls All-Star Battle, or
I wouldn't be opposed to doing an all-star battle, only because I feel like I'd be a perfect fit for it. Only because I'm an athlete, and I love competition. Like, I love competitive sports, and I love to work out. Like, I'm kind of like a workout fiend a little bit. That's why so many of my fans, shout out to my fans on Instagram, noticing, they be like, oh my God, you lost so much weight. Because I just stay active and whatnot. But all-star battle would definitely be fun to try out. The only way I would really do it is just to know that, like, at the end of the day, I know production has a show to do, or like they got a job to do, and they have a show to sell, but at the end of the day, like, have my back. Like, I'm one of the people that never disrespect production. I'm out of line. I've never cut my tongue with them. Like, I've never done any of that. So I feel like if I respect y'all should respect me. And what they did at the reunion was like, it was completely, I may have been a little turned up, but still, I don't feel like what they did was right.
Okay. So we're going to get into a couple Twitter questions, and then I'm going to let you do what you got to do the rest of your day. First Twitter question is from the C Cunt. Okay. Did you beat ass at the reunion?
I really honestly, thinking about it, because I haven't watched it yet, I don't remember much, because like I said, it just all happened so fast. But I really wasn't given the opportunity to.
Okay. Varvar84 wants to know, did she really wake Benzie out of her sleep to take her somewhere and then changed her mind?
Wait, what?
Benzie was in her interview saying that one of the issues that she had with you was that apparently she had asked you to take her somewhere, or you had asked her to take you somewhere, and then when she had gotten ready to do so, you had said, never mind, forget it, I don't want to go anymore. So, honestly, I'm gonna put that on my little brother. I do not remember that day, but honestly, if that's one of the issues you have a problem with, honey, you're just looking for reasons to be mad at this point. Okay. Next question is from _99problems. Did she feel like the girls turning on her was karma for her turning and bullying Janelle so quickly?
Absolutely not, because I didn't turn on Janelle and I didn't bully Janelle, because me and Janelle were never really friends to begin with for me to turn on her, and I didn't bully her because I never laid a hand on her. I didn't jump her. I didn't throw any of her stuff out. I didn't do any of that above. So absolutely not. It wasn't justification and it wasn't karma.
Okay. We already answered that. She wanted to know, or he wanted to know why you didn't wear fighting clothes, but you answered that already. See, y'all Twitter people, y'all be asking these questions like, oh, why don't you answer my question? Ask my question. Why you don't ask my question? But I cover all this shit in my interviews. So I'm like, I'm looking through it. Okay, this is a good one. Theo Roar wants to know, what advice would you give to someone who wants to embark on a dance career?
I definitely say just train. Just keep training. Take as much class as you can. Take as many different types of classes as you can. Hip hop, ballet, African, jazz, modern. Be healthy. Nutrition is a big thing to keep your energy up and your stamina up. Be healthy and be confident. Basically, just train, be healthy, and be confident, and you'll go far.
Do you regret anything about Bad Girls Club?
Not one thing.
Okay, well that's good. That's good that you can admit that to yourself. Good. I'm gonna tell you, season 11. This was the craziest season ever. I thought season 8 was crazy, but season 11 was crazy. The season really definitely went downhill when Sarah left, when Janelle left, when you left, and then when Andrea left. Like, it was like, okay, what's the point to watch the rest of the show? So, I definitely feel that you added something to the show. I'll keep that 100 with you. And I want you to continue doing your thing. You're dancing and doing things.
Ooh, I got a lot coming up. Like, a lot. I actually have 2 performances this weekend in Atlanta for this organization called the Emerging Showcase. I have another performance on Monday for another thing that we do in Atlanta called the Mad Expression Showcase. And then I have a charity event coming up. I have a lot going on. I've been in the studio. I've been recording, trying new things. So you guys are definitely going to hear from me one way or another.
Okay.
This is only the beginning.
Mona gonna have to come out real quick, girl, because don't be getting in no studio, girl, using auto-tune, girl, because that's not going to be a good look, girl. Don't be doing that, girl.
That'd be auto-tune.
Because, some of the bad girls be coming out with these songs, and I'm like, all right. But then when you hear the songs, it'd be like straight auto-tune, like T-Pain style. So please don't do that. On that note, thank you so much for doing the re-up with Shanae. I can't wait to see this reunion, because my reviews is going to be on point. I'm going to go off of my reviews. But definitely thank you for doing this re-up. All right. So thank you, baby. And we are going to...